What do you think of when you hear Raleigh, North Carolina? Do you just imagine a small southern town full of a bunch of southern people listening to country music, eating barbecue? Well, let's talk about what Raleigh is really like today. I'm Stephen Brown. I'm a real estate agent here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm a North Carolina native. So today we're gonna be talking about what Raleigh is really like. And I have 6 things that you need to know before moving here. So the first thing we're gonna talk about that you need to know are fun things to do. There is a misconception about Raleigh that it is a small town, so maybe there's not a lot to do. And that couldn't be further from the truth. We have a lot of different opportunities for all sorts of different people to enjoy. So let's talk about a few of those things right now. If you are a fine arts and theater fan, we have all sorts of Broadway shows that are coming all the time to our area. And not just in Raleigh, but just a town over to in Durham, we have the Deepak Center, and there are always shows going on. So if you are a Broadway fan, you are certainly gonna enjoy living here in Raleigh. For all my sports fans, I've got you covered as well. We have 3 major universities here: NC State, Duke, and UNC. So if you're a college sports fan, you enjoy basketball or football, you are certainly gonna have a lot of opportunity to enjoy that here. As well as if you're a hockey fan, we have the professional team, the Carolina Hurricanes, which is also really, really cool to say that we are hosting the Stadium Series this year on February 18th. So if you're a hockey fan, you definitely want to check out that and see if you can get some tickets. If you're a fan of art, we have tons and tons of museums here in Raleigh, as well as in Cary, in Durham as well. So if you're an arts fan, you are certainly gonna have plenty to enjoy here in Raleigh. Here in Raleigh, we also host every year the North Carolina State Fair. And people come from all over North Carolina to enjoy the State Fair, and even sometimes people come from out of state. There's all sorts of exhibits, rides, and for most people, more importantly, there's tons of food to enjoy. So if you're a foodie, you definitely want to check out the North Carolina State Fair. Here in Raleigh, we also have the North Carolina State Farmers Market. So this is an opportunity for you to go 7 days a week to go get vegetables, as well as actually meet the farmers that are growing these vegetables. And I think that's a really cool experience to be able to talk to the farmers themselves and see what they've got going on. If you're an outdoors person, we have tons and tons of greenways, parks, lakes. You can go kayaking, swimming. We have tons and tons of stuff for you to do, as well as just outside of Raleigh in every town, including Cary, Durham, Apex, there are tons of parks and trails. So if you're an outdoor person, you're certainly gonna enjoy living here in Raleigh. The second thing that you need to know about Raleigh, North Carolina before you move here is that we are in a great location. We're only a few hours from the mountains, and North Carolina is home to some of the most beautiful mountains in the country. We're only a couple of hours away from the coast of North Carolina, and we have tons of beaches to enjoy as well. And then we are also only 9 hours from Disney. So if you are a Disney fan, you can make it there in a 9-hour drive. Or we are also very, very close to RDU, which is an international airport. So if you are a traveler, you're gonna really enjoy RDU. And honestly, RDU is not a massive airport, so you still kind of get that southern charm feel versus going into one of these larger airports, and it is so stressful to do that. I really, really like RDU for that reason. The third thing you need to know before moving to Raleigh, North Carolina is our restaurant. Like I joked about in the beginning of this video, we do not just have barbecue. We have a very diverse restaurant scene. So if you are a fan of Indian food, Italian food, Mexican food, whatever it is, you name it, we've got it. Because we're gonna talk about this a little bit more in the video, but we have a lot of different people here that bring a lot of different cultures. So if you are a foodie, you don't just have to eat barbecue and Southern food, although we do have some great barbecue and Southern food too. The fourth thing you need to know before moving to Raleigh, North Carolina is that we have a diverse economy. We don't really just rely on tourism or people coming in and out of the state for our economy to grow. And a big reason for this is, like we mentioned with the sports, we have 3 major universities that create a lot of job opportunity, as well as RTP, or the Research Triangle Park, which is a huge tech hub home to a ton of tech businesses. So there's a ton of growth, there's a ton of job opportunity, and a lot of high-paying jobs as well. The fifth thing that you need to know before moving to Raleigh, North Carolina is that we are really a diverse group of people here. It's really become a melting pot for all sorts of different people and cultures, especially these last couple of years. You could go to dinner and you could meet somebody that's been in Raleigh all of their life, and then go to another restaurant or maybe even just a table over and meet somebody from France or Italy or anywhere in the world. And like we mentioned with the restaurants, you're gonna see with our art museums and our restaurants that because of all these different people and cultures, it is a really cool thing to experience in all different areas of Raleigh. The sixth and the final thing that you need to know before moving to Raleigh, North Carolina is the weather. Although we do have hurricanes that you've probably heard about, much like any season, there really isn't gonna be anything catastrophic. You know, when we have hurricanes, oftentimes they're gonna be at the coast, so they don't really make it inland. And even the hurricanes that we have had in the past, there hasn't been any catastrophic damage. So there may be a couple of weeks where it is really hot or it is really humid, or maybe we do get a few days of snow or ice, but generally speaking, it's pretty moderate weather throughout the year. All right, so there you have it. There are the 6 things that you need to know before moving to Raleigh, North Carolina. If you yourself are considering making a move, or if you have any other questions, all of my information is gonna be in the description below. Feel free to shoot me a text or give me a call, or simply just comment below. If you're looking for more content about the area, we're certainly gonna be putting more content out for you, so make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.